This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. All right, here's our third example evaluating trig functions using the trigonometric ratio definition. It says find the value of the sine of theta and cosine of theta for theta shown below. So we have an angle here shown, theta, and we see it actually is a negative angle, but it's passing through this point, -1, -2. That's the important part. We see the theta in standard position passes through. -1, -2. And that's how we could use the trigonometric ratio definition. If we have an angle in standard position passing through a point, then we use those values for x and y. X is -1 and y is -2, and we need to find r, which is the square root of x squared plus y squared. So x squared, -1 times -1 is 1, and y squared, -2 times -2 is 4. So if I add that together, 1 plus 4, I have the square root of 5. So r is the square root of 5. Remember, that's just telling you how long this is right here. That's our r. That's square root of 5 units. You could have also gotten that by drawing a little right triangle and using the Pythagorean theorem. You could have used it, you could have found it by using the distance formula, plugging in the point 0, 0, and -1, -2. Lots of ways to get that, but I think this is the fastest way, if you know that r equals the square root of x squared plus y squared. All right, so our next step is to just find the values of sine of theta and cosine theta. We need to know y and r to get the sine of theta, and we need to know x and r to get the cosine of theta, and we've got all three values, so we're almost done. So the cosine of theta remember, is defined to be x over r. All right, so in this case, that would be -1 over square roots of 5, or I could just write it like this, put the minus sign out in front. When you rationalize the denominator, you write that as negative square roots of 5 over 5. So that is the cosine of theta. And the sine of theta is y over r. Doesn't matter which one you figure out first. Just remember, you're going to write for the final answer that cosine theta equals negative square roots of 5 over 5. So it's defined to be y over r. So in this case, that's -2 over the square root of 5. And again, if you rationalize the denominator by multiplying numerator and denominator by square root of 5 over square root of 5, so I've got -2 square roots of 5 over 5. Right, so that's our answer. So we could write it just to make sure we get that. So the sine of theta was -2 square roots of 5 over 5, right? And the cosine of theta was negative square roots of 5 over 5. And that's all we were asked for in this problem, but you could have found out the tangent, the cotangent, the cosecant, and the secant as well. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.